Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about the basics of Survive the Undead. So there seems to be a lot of interest about it. I've noticed recently about how to play Survive the Undead. So in today's video we're going to go with the basics, but we won't go into the best weapons. That will be for another video. So if you like this, I'll probably work on the other video harder. So first of all, we need to... what's Survive the Undead, you know? It's like this wave-based game mode made in Forge, and enemies get progressively harder. There's more of them. Eventually you get skulls. You can upgrade your stuff, you can get better weapons, and it's based off the zombies game mode from Call of Duty. So there are 3 maps in this in matchmaking, and one of them is from Call of Duty. This one on screen is Countdown, inspired from Halo Reach, and there's a snowy one which is my favorite. So it's wave based, and there's a certain amount of enemies that you have to kill. There's also certain boss waves. So what you want to do is, at first, you get to kill the enemies, and they have a chance of dropping power-ups. So the power-ups include ammo, which replenishes your ammo, because you do have limited ammo. You have the the grunt. When you pick it up, it makes every enemy insta-kill, so one-shot kill for 30 seconds. There's also the double XP, not double score, which doubles your score, and you can spend your points, I should say, and you can buy upgrades or weapons and so on. And there's also half a minute. And also there's the nuke, the purple, it's like a purple one, and it blows up everything. So ammo is the yellow ammo box, the grunt is the insta-kill, the green backpack is the double points, and the purple barrel is the nuke, which kills everything on the map, like every enemy on the map. So let's talk about all of the upgrades and stuff. So first of all, there's the ammo, which is 350 points. There's also the revive, which is 650 points. If your teammate is down, you can revive him, you get overshields. Then there's the weapon upgrade, which is 600 points, and you can upgrade all your upgrades, there's 3 of them, for 4 times. So there's the health upgrade, it's a damage upgrade, health upgrade, and there's also a speed upgrade. So the speed upgrade is right there. So the more you upgrade, the better it gets. Other stuff on the map to buy is stuff like the Pack-a-Punch, which will upgrade your weapon, and it costs 1,000. So there's the Pack-a-Punch on the screen right there as I fight off waves of enemies. It can give you a good weapon, it can give you a bad weapon. We can go over this in another video for the best weapons. But then there's also the random weapon box, which is 300, and gives you a random weapon, including one you may have. And there's the points share. So with that, it's 2,000 points, and it'll distribute your points to all the teammates. So it's useful in case a teammate needs, reviving or other stuff, and they lose their points, because when you die, you lose your upgrades. So you have to start again with your upgrades and weapons. So sometimes, you need points to upgrade everything again. So for instance, it takes 2,400 points to fully upgrade your damage or your shields or your health. So do that times 3, and you get 6,900 points to get all of your stuff fully upgraded. And that's not even counting the weapons. So you will definitely want to have a good weapon, and then you'll definitely want to upgrade it. And when you Pack-a-Punch a weapon, you get a unlimited ammo. So your ammo becomes unlimited, and you don't need to worry about it, but then it becomes limited again. There's also equipment and weapons on the map. Most of the weapons on the map don't tend to be that good. The Disruptor can be okay though, actually, when you Pack-a-Punch it. So we'll go into detail in another video about that, but most weapons are not the best to pick up on the map, and it's sometimes better to just rely on the random weapons and then pack a punch. A good combo, because you can get bad stuff, you can get good stuff. It depends. So the equipment, I don't tend to use the equipment as much, but maybe I should more, but it is useful sometimes in certain situations if you're surrounded by enemies, like the thruster, the repulsor, or the quantum translocator. So what are my tips and tricks when you're starting out? You got to this point of the video so far, you know what the stuff looks like. So what happens? So first of all, you won't have access to every single part of the map at the beginning. Some parts will be locked off, and some of the upgrades will be locked off as well. So on some of the maps, you won't be able to, for instance, get the speed at the beginning. And you have to get into a certain number of waves. So usually, when there's a sort of new enemy wave, like the third wave where there's a bunch of like grunts with needlers, it unlocks a different part of the map. And also, when there's, well, that also happens with like brutes, like a bunch of berserk brutes, they come in and it unlocks some like bosses and some chieftains. So yeah, with those waves, there's less enemies, but it unlocks more parts of the map and so on. And it introduces different enemy types. So yeah, you won't be able to get all of the upgrades at the beginning. Also, you should probably, get some damage upgrades, but not always. So this really depends. As a rule of thumb, it is good to always keep your upgrades up. You know, your damage up, your shields up especially too. Shields are what make you survivable. You don't have shields, then especially at the harder waves, it's harder to survive. And you can, on the early waves, go without the upgrades, you know. Sometimes there's a trade-off of, oh, do you want to have your, to get a good weapon, or, you know, just upgrade your stuff to be more survivable. And it can be a gamble because you don't always get a good weapon guaranteed. So if you don't get a good weapon, then you might be screwed in the later waves. So it is a gamble, but if you want to play it safe, do upgrade your damage and your shields. Try to upgrade it to the max, and speed, you can upgrade it later. Also, there's all of the... I forgot to mention, there's also a chance enemies will drop a skull. If the enemy drops a skull, you can pick it up and you get the heat wave with the shock rifle, which is a pretty good weapon, and you get overshields. So everyone gets overshields for a bit and a good weapon, so I definitely recommend picking it up. Also remember, there's a chance that enemies will spawn, when you kill them, they may drop the power-ups, but they may be dropped outside of the playable area, which kinda sucks and I don't like that, but it is like that, unfortunately. So yeah, you have to remember, upgrade, get decent weapons at first, and I'll go over the list of decent weapons later, like I said. Once you get to the later waves, the enemies will be much harder. Black Eye will be even on at a certain level, and yeah, it becomes much harder. You get a little bit of shield vampirism when you get to level 4 of your shields. And if a teammate dies, remember to share your points, because that definitely will help them get back up on their feet. And it is hard on the later levels to get back up on your feet. Like, it's not easy. So if you die and you have enough points, what I recommend to do is get your speed boost, get your health, get a weapon, and if you cannot get a weapon, get the damage. Speed, you need it because you need to move around, not to get killed by the enemies, because the enemies, they are ruthless, they will kill you, they will destroy you easily. So sometimes you need to hide behind teammates, like literally have your teammates protect you while you manage to upgrade your stuff again. Teamwork is important, you have to watch each other. Sometimes you can go solo, but it's risky. And yeah, be careful. Unfortunately, teammates may quit, but that's not the end of the world. I do experience a lot of quitters, but I managed to get to, wave 27, like 48 minutes with like another teammate, you know, just 2 of us. So you can definitely keep doing it as long as you have a good weapon. So upgrade your stuff, don't get too greedy, stick with teammates, cover each other. You can use teammates as like baits, like enemies will run up to them and then you can shoot the enemies. And that's a good tactic, you know. If you need help, then ping your location a bunch so teammates can come up to you and or yeah, so you can alert them that you need help, distress. So now that you know the basics and how to play, we will go over the weapons in the next video. So for now, make sure you have fun, make sure you're a good teammate, and please don't quit because we have way too many quitters. So thank you guys for watching and I'll see you next time.